What up? What up? Let a few more people jump in if they are. I know it's super late, but let's just see if we got any super parabolic people out there who at 9 o'clock are still working. What a day! Bitcoin's at 11,015, which is cool. First time I've got to take a look at it. It's pretty awesome. Excited about that. I love it. Steve, let's go. I know you're working too. Thank you, my friend. What's going on, Hugh? Everyone, Hugh's at the dentist still. Let's see what we got. Pomp and I have a call, 9:30, so we'll hit this. I hadn't even had a chance to look at news today. Actually, I was going to go over, let's just skip the news, and this will be kind of a life lesson. Going parabolic. Let me turn down the background music and get into it right out of the jump. So, look, a lot of you may use an LLC for business structure, and when I recommend to you all concepts when you're starting a business, I always say begin the business with the end in mind. It's really important to establish, how do you unwind the business when things are good, when you're kind of dreaming and working with your partner, and you may have dreams of starting a business. I'm going to speak specifically about real estate transactions. So anytime I go into a real estate transaction that I don't own 100% myself, I always have an attorneys create an operating agreement and a partnership buyout agreement. It's very standard, but something that I do suggest you spend some time on. Simply put, I'm going through hell with a situation that I started back in 2001. It's actually the first real estate project beyond owning my own house or something like that I ever got involved with. So I tell you, it was my first investment property. I was working with my business partner in the business, but we co-owned the real estate 50-50. And at that time, we also had our wives as co-signers on the mortgage and the project. So we had an LLC, and that LLC had the 4 members involved. This was a test of my urgent care thesis. It was like the second project, that I started. I ended up selling the business to my partner for $250,000. I was like, 24, maybe 25 years old, 26, something like that. And I had already started expanding FastMed, and my partner just didn't want anything to do with the expansion, didn't like risk. So we had decided that I would sell my 50% ownership in the business to him. I would maintain my 50% ownership in the LLC that owned the building, and he would just lease the property from the LLC, which that's what we were doing historically. We disbanded or shut down the LLC that we had the 4 members a part of, and consolidated the membership to just me and him. I sold the business to him for $250,000. He owed me some other miscellaneous money, and I went on my way expecting that I would get rent from him. That was in like 2005. So 2005 until last year, like December, he never paid me rent. So he owed me like 160 months of back rent, my proportional share of the back rent. And I would every now and then kind of reach out to him and try to get him to be reasonable and just give me my share. And I always could sue him. I always had the opportunity to sue him, but I didn't. I just was so busy, building my business. But I always felt like, I was taken advantage of in this situation. I had documents that entitled me to 50% of the proceeds, and we had written in the management agreement that He couldn't do anything material with that property without me signing. So the good part about this is we had an operating agreement. I had rights. He was just acting outside of the rules of the LLC. Now, this is important. He dies, and his wife and their estate think that they own that property in their estate 100%. Him passing away is a sad event, and I'm sad for him. I'm sad for his family. Let's park that though. The fact that this was a two-member LLC, he was the member manager, he passes away. That leaves me as the only surviving member manager who owns this LLC. The LLC has the project or the property inside of it, and the estate of this family, they still own rights to 50% of the income and 50% of the equity. But I am the only operating partner, the living operating partner. So I took the operating agreement to the bank. I took control of the accounts, and I sent a demand notice to the tenant for the rent. And I made notice to the estate that I'm no longer tolerating their nonsense. Everything I'm doing is supported by law. My attorneys have reviewed this. I am the surviving member. I am the only member manager, the only owner of the LLC, and I'm going to control this thing. They had some probate issues. They kind of went away. I've been running the business since I took it over. So it's been about a year, let's say a year at this point. I improved the economics of the rent. I took it from $4,200 a month to $6,500 a month. I fixed some deferred maintenance on the building. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. And I'm willing to give the distributions to the estate, but they told me to hold on because they had probate issues. Okay. I just got served a lawsuit, civil suit by the estate with ridiculous claims. So I've been dealing with attorneys on top of all the crazy stuff I do, because here in America, you can sue anybody for anything. Anyway, let me stop there. The point, make sure that you begin with the end in mind. That is the lesson. When you start a business and you have partners, always begin with the end in mind. Make sure you create a mechanism to unwind the partnership under good times, under situations where you're being reasonable, when there's no heat, there's no jealousy, there's no greed. Because when all that crap hits, which I'm dealing with now, I'm so thankful that I have documents, real documents, executed documents, notes, and attorneys to help me deal with this. When people are unreasonable, and believe me, I'm not a big fan of attorneys. If any of you on the live chat or follow me are attorneys, I don't mean any disrespect. It's not a profession that, I ever aspired to participate in. And my experience is, like, I always get milked by attorneys. It costs so much money defending yourself against these kind of situations where in America you can sue anybody about anything at any time. But I feel confident that I'll win the situation. I'm sharing this with you because, I tend to, and I feel a little uncomfortable about this, but I tend to project that I'm always winning, and that's not the case. I'm always dealing with conflict and problems. And I always say to people close with me, your prosperity, the wealth, the amount of money that you actually generate in your life is directly proportional to the amount of bullshit that you're willing to endure. And if you're willing to endure huge elephant size heaping piles of bullshit, you're going to have heaping piles of money and prosperity. So, all right, let me see who's here. Look like I got 32 people here at 9:10 at night. I appreciate all of you so much. Hugh Meyer, once again, what's up, my friend? Dylan Crodow, nice to see you. Steve Schmidt already said hi. Spencer Mitchell, Jason, would you mind opening your Twitter DMs for a day or two? Yeah, I'll open up my DMs for a few days. I was just getting bombarded with like, hey, hi, and it gets annoying. GBB, how does Michael Saylor say he can trade and buy all that Bitcoin without moving the market? I probably bought it on secondary market, or geez. Yeah, he didn't buy it in the market. You know, he bought it on the secondary market. It's easy to do. It's easy to do. Austin Hambleton bought some Bitcoin today. Nice. Bitcoin's 11,000. It's a deal. Eric Franchi, what an awful situation. Hey, look, comes with the territory. One of my mentors told me when you push hard against the earth and you want to make change, sometimes the earth pushes back at you. I'll take it. Look, I didn't come here. I didn't come here crying. I'm sharing reality. I was inspired by Jim Cramer and Pomp today when Cramer was like, "Look, I'm not afraid to be naked. I'm not afraid to fail in front of you. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I am that person. I just don't share it as readily and as frequently as I should. And I'm going to start doing that because oftentimes you really learn your best when you take a beat down." Okay, my friend's sending me TikToks. God, Spencer Mitchell, thank you. Hefe Naldo, hey, what's up? Francisco, OTC. Yeah, that's what I meant, OTC. So you just buy it through OTC and it won't move the market. They can disclose it. You can break it across like Tagomi. It was a really good. I love Tagomi. Unfortunately, you guys never got to see it because Coinbase acquired it. But Tagomi would let me buy Bitcoin and it would break it across like 8 different exchanges, blind the transaction. Nobody knew what I was doing, never moved the market. Because when I was buying Bitcoin back in the day and selling Bitcoin, I could stall the price myself. I would actually call Pomp and go, "Watch this. I'm going to put a sell wall up." And I would never intend to sell the Bitcoin, but I maybe put 150, 200 Bitcoin up and it would just poof, stop the market. Crypto Kiwi just lost 2 gyms due to CEO having mental breakdown and spending my investment on, and plus COVID. Took leading and moving forward. Look, I feel for you. I'm sorry that happened. It's super hard, especially when you're an entrepreneur and you're pouring all you got into these projects and then you get sued. It's never fun. I'm there for you though. Happy to be a support system for you guys. 93 Mischief, what's up? Hefe, tuning in from Denmark. It's 3 a.m. I respect what you have done so far. And I so far started 4 companies in total. You inspire me to work harder. Hey, that's what this is all about. Look, I'm on 65 straight episodes since I decided to go in Parabolic. And I just appreciate it. If it's 9 p.m. and I'm getting to what I'm supposed to do at 11, 12 o'clock, I'm here, man. I'm working. I still have a meeting to do after I'm finished. And I gotta finish proofreading another draft of this MSA, and we're good to go. So just getting the work done. All right. So look, smash the like. 13 minutes in. If you guys have any specific questions, I'm happy to take them. I'm going to put a little bit of mood music on and see what Pomp and those guys are doing. But if you have any questions in the live chat about LLCs, unwinding member managers, beginning with the end in mind, and happy to answer it. Let's see, Pomp. Let's do 9. He's at dinner, 9:30, and we can get Julian on. It's important. Reza, TikTok, best bounce. Oh God, what a crazy person. Let's see what I got here. I was listening to some fire. Where's that? I don't know if you guys have heard this before. Yeah, this song I think is awesome. I'm gonna play it for you. Hopefully, you guys don't get disturbed by my music taste.
I was tripping on them drugs and I hurt my left knee. Told that bitch I'm a dog, but you bet not pet me. I hate jealous ass broke niggas, that's my pet peeve. I just woke up, then I broke my left knee. My bitch said I'm a dog, so I broke out my leash. I just can't help my stuff exotic in the sweet. I was running from my problems, found her head inside my briefs. I put wheels on my foot, too much swag and you can't touch. When we smoking roots.
This is how I get tuned up for my meetings. BYOB.
I'ma work and get into it. How you hating in abuse? All my drugs, pharmaceuticals. Hit me, I'ma move it. Had her Becky with that booty. I'm just trying to get into it. Smoking in the Ford Fusion, getting head while it's moving. Where's my brand? I didn't lose it. I didn't lost it. I didn't crash the coupe and off it.
The Jizza, that's right. Liquid Swords. Liquid Swords. Yeah, all my videos are getting banned because of copyright infringement, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'd rather have fun. All right, listen, let's wrap it up. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna keep it going. Get money, get paid.